Coming to you live on this Tuesday night, it's the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Hall of Famer David Aldridge will be joining us from the sidelines moments from now. And for the Memphis Grizzlies guys, they come in off that loss to the Kings in Sacramento. Now here's Giddey. Outside Curry. Fires away from way outside. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. So Stan, the Grizzlies trio of Ja Morant, Desmond Bane, and Jaren Jackson Jr. From the outside looking in, what a great base going forward.
I agree with that, Kevin. Look, not only are those three outstanding individual players, but they complement each other so well. There's such a great fit with those three guys. That's a great base for the future.
Bangs home the trifecta.
Honestly, guys, Curry is the best three-point shooter I've ever seen.
Pass to Edey. Inside. It's stolen by Green. And it's the Warriors on the break. And slam dunk by Butler.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Here's Edey. He's provided them with some scoring punch and is averaging 13 points a game. Butler with the steal. Now the Warriors picking it up.
The hands of Butler are so active on defense. He disrupts the play and turns it in to a transition opportunity.
Pass to Edey. And he can't stop the run as he misses. Golden State has come out of the gates quickly. And their offense is really clicking right now.
Playing with a lot of energy and really taking it to the defense.
Back to McGee. Shot clock at 6. Curry with a wide open look. No good on the three. To the right side. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Outside for Jackson. Pass to Edey. Wells in the corner. To the middle. Nice move. He takes it up and lays it in. Edey's got his second basket of the night.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Knocks down the three ball. Curry's got 6.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I caught up with the Grizzlies head coach, and we talked about facing off against Jimmy Butler. The coach said, you have to compete. No one in the league plays harder than Jimmy. He's a guy who gives his all on both ends, so you can't take one possession off. Jimmy Butler, truly a two-way star. Guys?
Thanks so much, David. Here is McGee. Following the basket by Ja Morant. Back to Giddey. This one for 3. Second chance shot. And it's blocked. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Outside Jackson. Back to Morant. Jackson with the screen. And another basket for Memphis.
Yeah, a lot of guys now are not comfortable in that mid-range area, but Morant is. He'll take that shot when it's there.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for Golden State. Greg, with how explosive Ja Morant is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health. And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Warriors?
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And they've also done a great job turning defense into offense tonight, creating turnovers and capitalizing on the other end.
Well, that's not what the defense wants to see. Bane is dangerous when he gets downhill.
Outside Butler. No good from outside. The Grizzlies trailed by 4. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Morant. Back to Jackson. And the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound. Majemski on the wing. And the first shot of the night for him, no good. And so the first quarter is in the books. Warriors lead by 4. And don't go away. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game, stats-wise?
Just stretching out the floor that first. They had the defense scrambling.
Yeah, and when you're hitting threes early, that opens up the floor and really helps your offense.
Greg, you've been a part of some great contending teams over the years, but what's it like being on a team at the bottom of the standings with not a lot of hope for the regular season?
Well, Kevin, no one likes losing, but it can certainly take a toll. But it can also allow you to play more freely when you know you're bad and you're not having to deal with the pressure of expectation.
Yeah, that's a great find by Morant. He draws so much attention, there's usually someone open.
And here's Carter, and the call will be against Luke Kennard. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Curry with it. He has 6. With the floater.
You have to be aware of Jackson Jr. He's a former defensive player of the year and an elite shot blocker.
Shot from the inbound. Stan, you know, you think about Jimmy Butler, and you and I are fans of his game. Talk about a guy who calls it like he sees it, though. My goodness.
Yeah, that's an understatement. Look, Jimmy's never going to hold back. He'll call out his teammates. He'll call out opponents. He'll call out the referees. This guy acts with no fear.
Just don't call out the broadcasters, right? We want to stay out of his range.
And he would have no reason to.
Exactly. Clock at 6. 20 feet out. Warriors with the rebound. They've got the Timberwolves ahead of them next in Minneapolis. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Ja Morant was the first NBA guard in a quarter century to lead the league in points in the paint. He says, I can't just rely on dunking every single play, so I need different types of finishes to get my shot off, whether it's high off the glass, the reverse, or hanging in the air forever. And Kevin, he just says it so casually. Back to you.
I know it. But look, David, he doesn't do it casually, right? He is a one-man circus. Greg, since reaching 5 consecutive NBA Finals, the Warriors have missed the playoffs 3 of the past 5 years.
And to be fair, they did go 46-36 last season. They were 10 games over 500 last year. So they weren't a bad team, but Golden State doesn't just expect to be in the play-ins. They want to be a contender.
Here's Morant. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. To the wing on the left. Edey. The Grizzlies with another miss.
Another miss. He is struggling for the quarter.
Now for an update on Josh Giddey's injury, let's send it over to David Aldridge.
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer for the Warriors gave us some information. Oh, that is not what you want to see. It sounds like it's a serious injury. There's never a good time for injuries, but right in the thick of the season, this is a difficult one to navigate. Kevin?
David, thanks for the great update, guys. It doesn't sound good.
No, if that report is accurate, he's going to be spending a lot of time in rehab and on the sideline.
Yeah, you never want to speculate on injury, but that didn't look like something you were going to bounce back from quickly.
And it's Gary Payton the second with the foul. That's his first foul.
Coming up to the floor for your Grizzlies.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Morant. Mathurin for three. And he recovers it. Outside for Jackson. Pass to Morant. 5 to shoot. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. And a wide open look for Mathurin. Good on the triple. Mathurin's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Sometimes trailing in the game, players get sucked into trying to make that home run play.
Healed outside. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Heald's got the lead back up to 6 now for the Warriors. So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Pippen feeling it out a bit. Outside, Payne. Six on the shot clock. To the inside. Aldama. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Well, that's an unforced error. If you want to drive your coach crazy, that's the way to do it.
Warriors leading by 6. Now Butler. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. On the wing, Hield. From 20 feet out. And good. As it just snugs right down through the net.
Yeah, Butler with the quick trigger there off the catch. Nicely done.
And it's Gary Payton the second with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
2 fouls for him now in the first half. He's going to have to be really smart going forward.
Back to Pippen. Down low. And Aldama slams it in.
Well, at nearly 7 feet, throwing it down is probably almost effortless for Aldama.
And they double up Butler. Pass to Huff. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Back to Butler. Lets it go from deep. Here's Huff. Wells grabs the miss.
When the defense is playing off you like that, you want to be able to convert. But that time, he just couldn't get it done.
On the wing, Payne. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Here's Pippen. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Looking good at this point, but wanting more. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. They trail by 6. After this game wraps up, they're off to Atlanta where they'll take on the Hawks. That'll be just one game played away from home for them.
Yes, sir. Jackson Jr. flush it.
You can see, and Coach, you can feel John Morant's star power, and his presence on the floor is such a factor. It affects the game.
Yeah, it sure does. And it even affects the energy in the building. His play is so dynamic, athletic, energetic. I mean, you can't sit and watch a Ja game. He's going to get you on your feet.
He is one of a kind for sure. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. And it's off from three-point range. The Grizzlies trailed by 4. On the wing, Jackson. Now here's Morant. 6 to shoot. Here's Edey. No problem on the jumper in close. Edey's got 9.
Terrific dime there. Morant realizing his responsibility to share the wealth with his teammates.
Butler from outside. And that comes off the assist by Giddey.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from there.
Pass to Wells. Here's Edey. That's tipped. And oh, here we go with Green. Nobody back. With his first shot attempt, it's rebounded by Memphis.
Not a great start to the second half. Just 1 for 4. Got to find ways to generate better looks here.
And to me, Draymond Green really embodies the idea of a high IQ player. He can read the opposition, predict where a play is going, and those instincts aren't something that can be easily taught to anyone.
And, you know, Stan, we've watched Desmond Bane evolve into a number 1 option on offense. He's always been there, but now he really is at the top of the heap.
Yeah, he sure is. Look, Kevin, you know, he came into the league as a three-point shooter, and he's a great one. But he's developed his game off the dribble, very good mid-range shooter, and he's strong enough to finish around the rim.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Morant.
I don't know what the heck happened there. That's just a careless turnover.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Outside Butler. Outside Green. Drills the three-pointer. Green's got his first 3 points of the game.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Pass to Edey. Now here's Bane. To the paint. Edey gets the bucket. Edey's got 11 points.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Here's Green. And it's Desmond Bane with the foul. That's his first foul. Now a timeout called by Memphis. We've got 1:55 left to play in the third. Pass to post. No good on the triple.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Uses both hands to slam it down.
And Curry isn't just a lights-out scorer. He's also efficient at moving the ball and getting it to his teammates.
After back-to-back 50-win seasons, Stan, last season was frustrating for the Memphis Grizzlies in almost every way.
Yeah, that's an understatement, Kevin. They went 27-55. Due to suspension and injuries, they only got 9 games from their star, Ja Morant. But they still have a lot of young talent and still a team that can be very competitive in the future.
And here is Giddey. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Curry gets the bucket.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Back to Morant. Pass to Kennard. From past the arc. Good. And a nice assist from Morant. Kennard's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Giddey with it. There's the pick. Green with the ball. Defended by Bagley. Shot clock at 6. Lets it go with a 3. Another three for Golden State.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. To the wing right side. Outside, Bagley. Memphis moving that ball around. And Aldama slams it in.
Yeah, the big man playing big. Aldama takes the hit and completes the play.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Here's Giddey. The Warriors shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. And he knocks down the first one. That one is no good. And stolen by Butler. And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Tipped away. Morant with the steal. Timeout called, the Grizzlies. Here's Aldama. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Golden State Warriors. Ahead by 9.
The Warriors, 41.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Warriors leading by 9. Now Kerr. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting. Here we are, Stan, seeing more and more great international players in the NBA. And you've had a chance to coach some of the good ones as well.
Well, yeah, look, I mean, you're right about the league now. We see every year, it seems like, the MVP is an international player. I had Hedo Turkoglu was a big part of what we did in Orlando, was the most improved player in the league one year and a key part of our team that made it to the finals. 6'10", highly skilled, very versatile guy. There are great players coming from everywhere in the world. I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
Pass to Bain. Now here's Morant. Here's the teardrop. 4 on the clock. Tries from 10. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Warriors leading by 11. 4th quarter still young, just over a minute play. Outside Curry. Curry from 3.
Well, when you look at what he's provided them on the offensive end, it's been an important part of why they're leading.
Pass to Edey. The 3. Draymond Green grabs the miss. And so Green will bring it up for the Warriors for 3. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. It's a 14-point game. Inside. Edey gets the bucket. Edey's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Look, he's doing what he can to try to keep them afloat offensively, continuing to stay aggressive.
Pass to Podziemski. Traps in the tray. And the Warriors lead by 15.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Now Wells, defended by Butler. To the middle. Out to the right wing. Outside Jackson. Here's Edey. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
Well, he's been able to find points, just not enough of them. They've got to string together some more buckets.
Pajemski with it. Pass to Green. Here's Post. Over Edey. Wells grabs the miss. To the inside. Launches it. It falls for basket number 9 from the field. He's taken 14 shots to get there.
It's such a sweet three-point stroke there. It can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
Golden State moving it around. Steph Curry with the answer.
And you got the feeling that was coming. Curry loves coming back with a three of his own.
Down low. Right side Jackson.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
And it's Butler with the jam.
Well, if you give Butler an opening, he will exploit the defense.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. And that one's good. Morant.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Outside, Green. Back to Pajemski. Curry outside. Wells grabs the miss.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And Morant gets it to go.
Yeah, so tough to knock Morant off balance, and he's so talented at keeping his focus on the basket.
There's 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Pajemski. Golden State needs to get off a shot. The shot by Curry, no good. Now the Grizzlies with it. They trail by 9 points. Here's Edey. The kick out to Bane. And here's Morant. Here's Edey. So we see the Warriors get the win here. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really...
Detroit, young, been had a J like take come. Falling that, then talling that, she think I'm 8'1". I'm a hooper to be honest, truly a baller, baby. I'm like Luka, I'm like Giannis, so you could Hall of Fame me. I'm so far from JV, I'm Kobe, I'm Mamba, baby. I 24-8, do what it take, keep a full tank, all gas, no brakes. I'm throwing hundreds, look at how they falling. I know she